folks, hope you're doing good today. Now, before we get going today, I want to give you just a quick little tip. If you happen to go to the supermarket and buy some pre-made cookie dough with the intentions of eating it raw, and then when you get home, it says on the packet, must be cooked before eating, you think, that'll be all right, I'll just have a little bit. They probably weren't lying. It'll give you a terrible stomach ache and aqua turds. So there you go, don't do it. The band that we've got on today is a cool band. We've had them on the channel once before and we enjoyed them then. These are a band that's different, out the ordinary stuff and got a real vibe to their music, which is something I really like. What they do is they like to encapsulate cinematic vibes within their music and kind of build the music around a certain movie trope or something like that, whether it be spy movies, horrors, suspense type stuff, and then they bring that vibe into their music and build it around that kind of vibe. I like that. It's very, very cool way to kind of approach the music, have a reason to make this certain different types of music, and it's similar. I like to do in my music as well. I always try to think of a scene in a movie in my head, not necessarily from a movie, but just kind of, it's going to be a suspenseful scene, or it's going to be a creepy horror type scene, and then you bring that vibe into your music because it's just a way of molding the sound and how putting a reason behind it and it having a very cool vibe at the end. Because cinematic music, it's all about creating the suspense or whatever's going on in the scene, so they know how to work the sound to create certain emotions and things like that. I think it's very, very good. Right, this band, they've got a brand new album out today called Mondo Fiction. We're going to try and support the release and check out their music today. It's an extravagant blend of metal and film music vibes inspired by old school genre films, exploitation and grindhouse cinema. So, all the cool kind of cinema stuffs as well. This is Opensight. The track that we've got today is, what I wanted to do is they've put on their YouTube channel a little trailer, like a movie trailer, but for their album. I thought that was pretty cool as well. They're really going in with it, the whole vibe. So this is their Mondo Fiction official trailer. Let's give it a quick spin. It's only a minute long. Oh, if I press play. Cool. So you can see it's got that old classic movie Grindhouse vibe to it, which is very, very cool. Love the sound of the bass and the drums in there tinging away. So let's check out their track. This one's called Plot Twist. Let's give it a spin. not a good day to be a cop in this movie.
We're here again, beyond your understanding. Into your states, this strong cannot be broken. Oh, strange awareness still within you. It comes to all this knowledge that you're time who's
Everyone's just blasting first and asking questions later. Bass sounds great. Should have expected that.
There's room that brought you here. Your fate you feel. The blood that brought you here. Your fate you
These guys killed it on this one. Very, very enjoyable and just went perfectly with the video as well. Now these guys said, see if you can figure out or if you recognize where the footage comes from, and I don't, but I really want to see that film now because it looks really funny. Everyone's just blasting first and asking questions later. Not a good day to be a cop, just getting blasted at every opportunity. But man, it looked really funny. The way they just edited it all together just went really cool, just kept catching you. Very, very good. What I particularly like the most about this, or what I think was the highest quality aspect of this music, which is all very high quality, but was the mix. Man, it was such a great mix for this band. Every member of the band had a clarity. You could hear them the whole time. They layered up together nicely. There was a real stringiness to this one. It was distorted, but it still had that stringy, jangly tone. The bass was clean and jangly, but still had a bit of the fret rattle, which cut through the mix as well. And it was heavy, but in a stringy way. And actually, stringy heaviness, when it's all cranked up and loud and layered up, is really heavy. So when we get those jazz master baritone guitars come through, and they've always got a stringy sound, but it's really heavy as well. And it's a great sound. These guys really nailed it on this mix. The drums sounded amazing, great clarity on the cymbals, the ride cut through nicely. It was well recorded vocal and everything else. So man, they really nailed it on the mix for this one. Just had a high level of clarity, could hear every member of the band, and still with a great heaviness and solid sound to it. Really came together well, like a block of sound. Really, really nice. Loads of stuff going on in this one. Different riffs, different styles. You know, breaking it into that porno-y section with a waka waka and stuff like that as well. It was a really dynamic track, moving about in lots of different ways. Had all the different cinematic vibes coming in there as well, which was great. I really think they nailed it. If they were going to put cinematic type music over that kind of visual, they nailed it. Simple as that, because it went perfectly with the visual. I was really into the video and watching it, and it was a perfect sound to go with it. So man, they nailed it. Really, really nice. And such a great mix. Really, really came across the ears nicely, the mix did, because you could just hear every member of the band with a really nice level of clarity. It was well done. Very, very nice. So these guys are killing it. All the best with this new album. If you like this kind of music with a vibe, with a cinematic edge to it, because I think all their tracks are going to be different. You know, they're not all going to sound like this one. There's going to be more horror ones and more suspenseful ones and more kind of James Bondy sound, which is like we heard last time from them. So everyone's going to probably be different. Hopefully they'll send in another track for us and a video for us to check out and, you know, get to hear another style of it as well. But I really think they've nailed it on this one, and particularly that mix was just as good as it could get. They must be really, really happy with that mix because they nailed it. Very, very good. So that's going to be what we got for a Friday. If you're off watching the movies tonight, this would be a good way to get you into the mood for it. I think we're going to do some more shows over the weekend because I've still got a bunch of bands that I need to get out. But man, I've had a really great week on the channel this week. All the bands that I've checked out have been super nice. We've had a bunch of one-man bands to get on board with who are doing a great job of it as well. And as I say, showing me that one-man bands really are great and can creating some great music going into the future. And then we've finished off with this for the Friday. So I've really had a great job of it. I think we've had some very cool bands coming through on the channel, bands that you can get straight on board with. Very, very cool. So have a good one, guys. And we'll probably see you over the weekend. Cheers. Bye.